Alright, it is time for day 3 of our Hoarder build Sal. So, last time we finished out our normal mode playthrough. We went to get a ruby and a pokey stick, so we've got 2 of our pieces of our melee build already. We have an override cooldown relic that we saved from level 15 from our snowman chest. I don't know if we can get it today, but if we can get our hands on a second rapier, and then also a love thumper, it'd be melee build time. Because if there were ever a playthrough where melee Sal would be viable, it would be probably TVHM into early UVHM. And I kind of want to do it because it's a funny niche little build. We have Fistful of Hurt over here, which actually has a pretty good multiplier for melee damage on it. Let me go ahead and Google it real quick just to make sure I'm right about the numbers. Yes. It increases melee damage by 300%. Basically a 4 times melee every 15 seconds on that cooldown. And then of course you put on an override relic to just shorten that down a little bit more. And then you're just hitting 4 times melees randomly back to back. And I don't know if it stacks with rapiers. I'm not honestly too sure about that. We could test it when we get there. But something about holding 200% pokey sticks and then swapping to a ruby if we need it, with the chance of uppercut multiplying damage by 4, and then also wearing a love thumper or whatever melee shield we grab, preferably love thumper though, since it'll stay down easier. Should be pretty fun. So that is the current plan. We're going to be walking forward for a good while today with pretty much those markers in mind. At level 50, I do want to get a Rough Rider at the end of TVHM so that we can have it for UVHM whenever we get bored of being Pokemon. But it just kind of depends. So we'll see how that goes. Oh no, Knuckle Dragger. Wait, hold on. There we go. I'll take a trade. A trade is fine. And I lived. Oh. I'm gonna go ahead and build up our fire rate a little bit. And... oh, please. Nope. Okay. Well. Backup plan. I think we're fine. He didn't spawn fire psychos though. Yeah, no, we're good though. Bring it on, Bad Maw. Ow. Okay, don't bring it on that hard. This Lyuda might not be up to par anymore. We might need to get something else. We're good though. Alright, our Lyuda is kind of starting to taper off a little bit. It seems like Three Horns is around level 35 average as far as I can tell. So we might just get a Herald. We might become that Salvador for a little while. Alright, so Bandit Grip for a little bit of mag size, damage prefix, funny little scope that we'll never use because our name is Salvador. Seems pretty good. Although honestly, this matching grip one that's also mag size isn't that far behind on damage. And I like its scope more. So maybe I'll take this one instead. You know, it's a little OP, but you can see why people like running this. It's so satisfying to see the pellets of the Herald split out in real time and just upping its fire rate and everything. You can't complain that much about it. It's just satisfying. I know it's totally boring, though. Absolutely, don't get me wrong. It's totally just, like, been the meta for 1,000 years, and it will be the meta for 1,000 years. But, like, it's kind of... It just looks cool. Hello, Warden. I know you resist grenade splash, and that's kind of just, like, the Herald's whole thing. Well, that's every Torgue weapon's whole thing. But, like, you know, just go away anyway. Thank you. Alright, Wilhelm. You know the deal. All over. I'll keep walking. Thank you, thank you. Alright, level 45 off mutated Varkids. It is not worth the XP. And also, our Herald is doing just fine. I do not need to be any higher level right now. So I'm going to just walk forward until we can get probably Sanctuary back in the air. And then I'll go to Pirate DLC for the Pokey Stick. And then I think we're entering Love Thumper territory for the rest of the day. So we'll get to respec into melee build, which will be cool. And just abuse skyrockets yet again. They really give us the most ridiculous progression grenade. I mean, I know it's a hazard to throw near yourself, but like, it's just so good for every boss. 10 out of 10. Just keep maintaining eye contact. Maybe lead a little bit because of Herald's delay. We love Herald gameplay though. Hello, sir. I am here for your class mod. Well, not your class mod, but you know what I mean. Thank you. Alright. Secondary Slag Rapier. It's go time. I mean, I still need to get the proper Pokey Stick for this, or like the proper melee shield. But now I can just go ahead and swap out that like that. And then if I really need it, I can still bust out the Herald at the same time. Seems good. Alright, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just do Arms Dealer since I accidentally picked it up. I'm not pre-setting up any cars or anything. We're just going straight into it with poor life choices instead. As long as a BA Pirate Thresher doesn't spawn, I guess. Oh hey, a BA Pirate Thresher. Please don't. Man, when I was a kid, this was way more stressful of an activity to do. Please. Okay, maybe if the Rabid Stalkers don't leave me alone, this will become a lot worse, because there are 3 of them for no reason. What? Oh, we're fine. We still have a whole minute. Yeah, I think Arms Dealer was just a lot scarier as a kid because, you know, you're a lot less competent at playing games and stuff. And like, it's still probably a pretty tight window if you don't know how to drive in this game, to be fair. But not nearly as scary as it used to be when we were younger. Drop it. Okay. Actually, first Stalker dropped it. Why are there so many rabbits? Like, every other rabbit or every other Stalker we've seen today has been rabid. Got the quest, either way. I'm leaving. I'm sorry. I gotta get rid of the boss. Well, let's go not grab the mission marker because it's down. Well, hold on. Maybe there's not a kill barrier against the wall? Oh, there's actually not. Alright, there we go. And now we're just gonna farm for relatively decent parts on this. Yeah, okay. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and do a bit of a respec back in Sanctuary. I think I want to get Down Not Out for the build. But also, most of Middle Tree is really good, and I want Fistful of Hurt. Decisions. Okay, let's go respec. Alright, the current build, getting the movement and reload speed, enemy status effect duration down, Fistful of Hurt, Inconceivable, last longer. I'm ready already because I don't think that we'll actually be getting a lot of cooldown going realistically, so I'll probably need it. Yippee-ki-yay in case melee goes well. Double your fun because of course. Get some because hopefully we get some cooldown, and also I'm going to be applying slag with our rapiers and our ruby. And then just weapon swap speed and crit because it's just kind of useful overall. Come here, nerd. Okay. Hold on. Let's compare that damage to the damage of just a normal tap. Just need to apply slag so that you have the same testing grounds here. Never mind. Okay, so it definitely gets buffed by Fistful of Hurt. So yeah, it looks like Fistful of Hurt plus the rapiers does in fact work together, and is actually quite silly at this point in the game. That was actually a little bit frustrating to pull off. But we're good. Back to punching dudes. I have 111,000. Yeah, okay. Now, if only Sal had Thrill of the Kill, so that I could get overkill damage back as health. Because I know this melee is actually really nice right now. 3. Oh well. It's funny, even if it's not that good. And by not that good, I mean I did not expect there to be an ulti BA right there, or I would have done it. I'd have probably done a little better. I think I should definitely be prioritizing getting down not out instead of trying to get longer Gunzerk, because I'm not going to have a Gunzerk if I just keep going down and losing it. So might need to do a little bit of tuning to the build. I still think it's early UVHM viable though. Probably. Oh, I never grabbed Grindle class mod. Hold on, before we get to Entrenched in Wildlife. There we go. Alright. Now we can go back to Wildlife and start poking dudes. Look at that movement speed. Look at that inability to hit the invisible enemy because they're awkward and weird and have different detection problems when they're invis. Truly the best timeline. Yeah, so in somewhere as dense and hateful as Wildlife, this might not be a good build, but like early game UVHM, or even like Sawtooth, it might be a little more reasonable. You can get enemies to just whiff melees more. There aren't going to be enemies that just stomp the ground and kill you regardless of what you're doing. Just a lot of stuff that's actually a little more bearable with it, I guess. But it is pretty funny. Yeah, see, now that there's not just a random ulti BA loader right there, we're able to just run at dudes, punch them, get away with it for no reason, and then just keep running. Become visible, coward. Fight back. No? Okay, I'll go over here. 613,000 crit. Truly, melee Sal keeps up with the best of them. Just not in the survivability category. Alright, please. Well, we got one. Time to start blasting, because there's no way I'm going to actually be able to melee this boss from here. Okay. Oh, sweet. I get to punch you in the mouth. Come here. There we go. No problem. Alright. And with Wildlife done, that's pretty much all I have time for today. Not too bad overall. I mean, the melee build is awkward, especially in robot territory, because, you know, they just shoot you if you're a problem. Whereas if you're up against bandits, you can kind of close the gap pretty easy, because, you know, they like to hang out around stuff. They don't move too much, except for whenever you're down, and then they become track athletes who know how to run away at, like, Mach 10. But beyond that is totally fine. This will be a pretty fun build for Brick. Probably, hopefully be able to just one-shot Jack tomorrow, and then Sawtooth and other stuff. So, yeah, feels pretty good. Glad we've got the funny Poke Kit for today. Probably even tomorrow. All of tomorrow. And then maybe even early UVHM. We'll see. A3 for now.